Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the mysteries of the corporate world. Today we're diving into Intelligent Protection Management Corp's latest proxy statement, but don't worry, it won't be like wading through a swamp of jargon. We'll find out what this report is all about. Get ready for a wild ride because we're about to decode some serious corporate intel. This proxy statement is a treasure trove of information telling us about the company's upcoming annual meeting, who they want on the board, what big decisions are on the table, and even how much the top executives are getting paid. Let's start with the basics. This is a Schedule 14A, which means it's a proxy statement filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. That means it's official. It's how the company tells its shareholders what's going to happen at the annual meeting and how they can vote. Now check out this friendly letter to the stockholders. The annual meeting is set for May 8, 2025, and it's going to be a virtual event. So no need to dust off your fancy shoes. Apparently, in January of 2025, they finished their deal to buy New Technology Solutions and sold off their Poltalk, Camfrog, and Vumba applications. Now, the company is laser focused on things like server, hosting, cloud storage, and cybersecurity sector, and they think it's ripe for growth. Alright, what's on the agenda for this meeting? First, they need to elect 7 directors. Second, they need to get the stockholders to agree with their choice of Grassi & Co. as their accounting firm. Third, there's a say-on-pay vote where stockholders get to give their opinion on how much the top executives are being paid. Fourth, a vote on how often they should have these say-on-pay votes in the future. Fifth, there's a vote to approve a new incentive plan. And finally, they want to increase the number of authorized shares of common stock from 25 million to 50 million. The board of directors wants you to vote for all of their recommendations except on the frequency of advisory votes where they want you to choose 3 years. Now, let's talk about something that's becoming increasingly important to investors: environmental, social, and governance, or ESG matters. The company mentions they're focusing on things like listening to their customers, engaging with their stockholders, and fostering a diverse work environment. They also talk about their code of conduct and policies against insider trading. This is all about showing that they are responsible corporate citizens. Time to look at the folks they want on the board. There are 7 nominees: Jason Katz, Kara Jenny, Yoram, Rami Abada, Lance Leifer, Sydney Rabsat, John Silverstein, and Barry Sloan. It looks like they want to re-elect the people who are already there, except for Sydney Rabsat and Barry Sloan, who are new. Barry Sloan is the chairman and chief executive officer of New Tech One Inc. The company values diversity on its board. They mention they are seeking a mix of directors with a variety of backgrounds and experiences. Let's see how well these folks actually show up. The board held 6 meetings in 2024 and acted 9 times by unanimous written consent. Most directors attended at least 75% of the meetings. Here's a quick shout out to the audit committee, which is responsible for overseeing the company's financial reporting. They've reviewed the financial statements and are happy with what they see. The board needs to have a majority of independent directors. The board determined that Yoram Rami Abada, Lance Leifer, Sydney Rabsat, and John Silverstein are independent, while Jason Katz, Kara Jenny, and Barry Sloan are not. Who owns the most stock? Jason Katz, the CEO, owns about 10.2% of the common stock. The J. Crew Delaware Trust B owns roughly 15.9%, and Adam Katz 2012 Revocable Trust has 9.2%. It's always good to know who has the biggest stake in the game. Time to talk about the money. This section details how much the top executives are making. In 2024, Jason Katz, the CEO, made $21,301,596. Kara Jenny, the CFO, made $290,23. And Adam Zolko, the COO, took home $232,728. Seems pretty standard for a company of this size. After the year closed in January of 2025, Ms. Jenny and Mr. Zalko got one-time cash bonus payments of $100,000 respectively. As well as Jason Katz, Ms. Jenny, and Mr. Zalko were awarded stock option grants representing the right to purchase 25,000 shares of common stock with an exercise price of 2.01 fund per share. This table shows who has options to buy stock in the future. The company had a net loss of 8,426,209 irons in 2024. They had net losses in 2023 and 22 as well. Here's how much they're paying their accountants. Grassi was paid $244,323. Thornacum LLP was paid $246,073 in 2023. The board is seeking stockholder approval of the Intelligent Protection Management Corp 2025 Long-Term Incentive Plan to be effective as of the date the 2025 plan is approved. The company wants to increase the number of authorized shares of common stock from 25 million to 50 million. This would give them more flexibility for things like raising capital, making acquisitions, and compensating employees. So what's the story here? IPM is trying to make a name for themselves in the cloud, infrastructure, and cybersecurity sectors. Their recent acquisition of Newtek Technology Solutions and board appointments of Sydney Rabsot and Barry Sloan shows that as of a major focus, they have been losing money and will need more flexibility to issue stocks in order to sustain growth in the future. Thanks for tuning in to Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you more insights into the world of corporate filings.